Hey, I'm Vanessa Allegra and I am an oil painter and a newbie sailor, and I'm learning how to sail on the 50-year-old racing sailboat that I recently bought called the Desperado. I hope you enjoy this video. It's about how I found the Desperado, which I suppose could be a little unusual. It happened because I have wanted to learn to sail for years, and I decided that 2020 was going to be my year to learn how to sail, and I was really excited about it, and I'd called the sailing club and it was really exciting. And then a global pandemic hit, you know the one, and people started dying and everything shut down, and the sailing club shut down as well, and I thought that I'd have to put off my sailing dreams for another year. But then I met a local sailor who said he would be happy to teach me how to sail. And the rest, I suppose, is history.
My new sea dog friend took me on board his boat and started teaching me nautical terminology and basic knots, etc., etc. These were things that I could work on until the sailing club opened back up. Then one of his friends got sick, and my new sailor buddy said, "Look, Vanessa, I think you should really make an offer on this boat." I felt that I should really learn how to sail first, and I also really wanted to crew on someone else's boat for a while. But then I went on board the Desperado, and it was love at first sight. I felt this happiness welling up inside me when I got on board. I've never felt anything like that. However, Sea Dog noticed a couple things wrong, like this mast boot, and strongly recommended I look at some other boats before handing over any cash. But I'd already started planning a studio space on the river, and the Desperado was perfect. So my sailor friends sent me links to boats for sale, which would be good for a beginner sailor. Yacht Hub, you will find, is an addictive place, and I was suddenly looking at boats every time I shat. I looked at lots of boats, and Sea Dog dragged me out to see a couple of boats in the flesh. The first one had sunken. You see it there? It was terrifying. Terrifying. The next one that we looked at was really sturdy and had all the bells and whistles, but I was planning to use the boat as a studio, and that boat was way too technical and too dark. If I was going to buy a boat, I wanted something a bit more simple with a lot more light. Then Sea Dog showed me a couple which were very, very cheap. This one was 40 feet long and just $4,000, but it had been flooded. It was a gigantic no from me. The next one he showed me just for kicks. Apparently the owner had died in jail and the boat was just abandoned there and rotting away on the river. I believe it was recently up for sale for $950, but if it wasn't sold, it was going to be destroyed by the port authority. So if you bought that boat, well done, you got yourself a very cheap boat and a very expensive repair bill. And if nobody bought it, she gone. But anyway, for me, like Goldilocks, all the other boats were too expensive, or too far away, too dark, or too small. The Desperado was still my perfect boat, so I made a really lowball offer, and miraculously, the owner accepted it.
So, I have bought the Desperado. It's very exciting. This is my first day on board. I've just kayaked down from the river. My arms are a little bit sore. Coming in to clean the boat, I've inherited a lot of lovely things from the previous owner, including some mandarins and an outboard for the dinghy, which is great. A bunch of things, but there's also a lot of mold that I need to clean, so I'm going to get onto that today. Very exciting. I'm so excited. I got the guy who helped me buy the boat this carton of Iron Jack and all of these bows. Hold my beer.
So that's how I got the Desperado, and I could not be happier. I will see you guys next week. Ciao.